Just in Honduras for a week-long veterinary spay-neuter mission. The country of Honduras does not have that much veterinary medical help, so there are a lot of stray animals, and dogs that are rescued do go to homes, but they are not spayed and neutered before that's done, which is a typical thing that happens in the US. So the way I got invited was I met a girl online on Instagram. I had reached out to her to join my accountability groups through the coaching business I have. And from there, our friendship kind of just stemmed. So that same girl went and did an externship with a doctor who runs these trips a few times a year with people from her clinic. They don't usually take people that they don't know, but this girl that went on the externship, one of her best friends from veterinary school, is actually from Honduras and had always dreamed of doing a trip like that back in his home country to help everyone out because the need is so great there. So she kind of teamed them up and created this trip to Honduras. So you would think, how did I get invited to a trip to a foreign country with some girl I just met on the internet? Well, we, like I said, became friends more and more. We talked, like I do talk to her all the time, but I saw it on her story and I was like, hey, I've always wanted to do a trip like that. And she was like, come. So my crazy self agreed to go on a trip out of the country with someone I've never met. The trip included me, 5 other doctors who do trips like this all the time, 2 from America, 2 from Mexico, and one that is originally from Mexico but now works in the US with this doctor who organizes the trips, plus my friend from the internet, her friend from Honduras, and 2 other veterinary students. This was the first time they ever took veterinary students. It typically is just the doctors because they can power out through surgeries way quicker than we can. But they did this as kind of like a learning trip for not only me, but the veterinary students who don't have that much spay-neuter experience. So that was amazing. The only costs associated were our flights to get there, which was around $500 for me to fly Boston to Miami, Miami to Honduras. And we had to either raise or donate ourselves a $500 donation to their fund that helps fund these trips. The shelter organization that we teamed up with in Honduras got a lot of donations for like our transportation, food, everything, and even like American Airlines paid for our bus the whole week and donated blankets for the animals to recover in, so that was kind of cool. And we had to take pictures with crew from American Airlines for it, and I was not in the best shape because I was in traveling airport clothes, but that's besides the point. So like our hotel was paid for all 7 days, 6 nights. I went home a day early with all the vet students. Everyone else stayed another day. All of our food was included besides if we wanted to like order anything extra after hours, but like we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided basically all of the nights, which was also amazing. These missions are 4 days long. So we got there Wednesday. We went and set up our like surgery area, which was basically like a room in a gymnasium with like 6-foot folding tables, and we only had like 2 troughs for dogs and cats. The rest we like made with water bottles and tapes. It's a very interesting situation. We all had headlamps because some of the overhead lights didn't work, but we ended up doing 361 surgeries across basically 3.5 days because the last day we used to kind of break everything down and clean up, and that was between me, the 4 students, and the 5 doctors doing all those surgeries. Then the next day we got to explore different parts of Honduras, and then I went home the next day, but the group that remained traveled to the rainforest and other parts of Honduras too.